One book that I read this year that I liked is called Hatchet. It's about this boy who had a plane accident and he crashed in the water and then he swam back and he got stranded in the middle of nowhere in the woods and he had to survive on his own.
One book that was memorable this year is the Warrior series. It's a good series. You should read it because if you like fantasy, it's full of that. If you like cats, it's also full of that.
This book I liked a lot because it's the spirit of the Castle Rock Cougar, and it's about a cougar that's really friendly and then they have to release it to the wild.
One book that I liked this year was The Die Won't Kid, The Long Haul, because it's really funny.
Rock and Roll Soldier is about these couple boys who are friends and then they went off to the Vietnam War to fight and thought it was pretty harsh there, so they decided to start a rock band and they went all around to U.S. military camps, and the soldiers who were depressed about this had got their feelings up and they were happy, and then when that rock band went home they were friends and they had a band.
My book is Boys in the Boat, and it's about this rowing team that went to UCLA and then they made it to the 1936 Olympics in Germany and they beat the Germans in the Olympics.
One book we liked this year was Runaway Twin. Runaway Twin is about a girl named Sunny Skyland who lives with her foster mom because her parents were both killed in a car accident when she was about 5 years old, and she is trying to get reunited with her twin sister Star, where she doesn't know where she is.
This year, a book that was memorable to me was Out of Left Field. It was memorable because it was about a girl named Katie who tries to desegregate baseball from girls to boys.
And a book that was memorable to me was A Girl Who Was Supposed to Die by April Henry. This book is memorable because this girl gets stolen and then she tries to overcome obstacles that come her way.
The Box Patrols, because the kid got left on the side of the street by his mom and the trolls picked him up and put him in an egg box and they stole garbage cans.
The Wild Robot Escape because it's about a robot that finds a new home after he gets captured.
Scythe. It's about how humans have conquered death, and to control overpopulation, they hire people called scythes to kill people.
One book that I like this year is The Tall Outdoorsman because it has a lot of tips about the wilderness.
One book I read this year was The Girl Who Was Supposed to Die by April Henry, and it's about her getting kidnapped and the person is not who you think it is.
Frankenstein, because it talks about a monster that comes out to kill people because he's trying to get revenge on his creator because he disowned him and doesn't like him.
My favorite series of books is the Harry Potter books, and I'm reading the Goblet of Fire, and in the Goblet of Fire, it's like Harry Potter gets entered mysteriously into the Triwizard Tournament, and he has to compete as the 4th champion amongst all of the others.
One book I've read this year that I liked is this book, Go Ask Alice, because it's good and it tells about this girl's story about how she gets caught up in drugs.
I read a book called The Spiderwick Chronicles. It's about these 3 kids who find a mystical book.
I read Victor Cruz Out of the Blue. It's a biography on a kid who struggled growing up and had a great NFL career.
I read the book Chasing Redbird, and it's about this girl whose aunt dies, and they used to walk on this path together, and she has to clear it because it's overgrown, and if she doesn't, then she feels like she failed.
The season of Sticks Malone. It's about 2 kids that get grounded and they meet this guy called Sticks Malone in the woods and they try to get a motorcycle.
Mine was Orbiting Jupiter. Middle school student gets a foster brother that's the same age as him, and then that foster brother is a juvenile delinquent, and he also has a son or daughter, and her name is Jupiter.
Never Quit, and it's about a guy and how he became a trooper to help people in Alaska.
I read Remember Me, and it's about this girl named Sherry, and she was at her friend's birthday party and she fell off a balcony and then she died, and then she went back and like seeing what's happening now.
Mine was
is Hey Kiddo, and it's about this boy who was looking for his real parents, and he actually finds them, but turns out they were bad, and he's grateful for his grandparents raising him in the end.
The book I read this year was Big Night and Friends. The book, it was about how being friends and being nice to people.
A book that I read this year that was memorable was When the Wall Came Down, and it's about when West Berlin united with East Berlin.
Insignificant events in the life of a cactus, and it's about a girl that has no arms, and then her parents lose her job, so they have to go and move all the way to Arizona, and they get a job, and they practically own the amusement park, and then the girl gets picked on at school, and then she finds these other friends that also do, and then she was curious about who actually owns the amusement park.
The books this year that I liked was Runaway Twin. It's about this girl who thought she should celebrate the first day of summer by getting a box of Twinkies, and on her way to the store she finds money, and she uses the money to run away.
We both read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the original.